Somebody commented on the last video I posted where I told you guys to never stop shooting your shot, never stop going for your shot. I didn't realize till after that that goes for everything in life, not just handball. You know, if you're going for a new job, if you're working on a YouTube channel, if you're trying to establish a new relationship, keep shooting your shot. Keep shooting your shot. And the more the more you shoot that shot, even in other sports, the more you shoot your shot, the better you'll get at it. And I wanted to talk about a comment that somebody commented. They said, "I'll keep going for rollers." Got it. And I found that interesting, and it made me think, like, does it apply? Does that apply? If you guys aren't familiar, the roller is a handball shot where it's the perfect shot. Essentially, it's just the perfect shot, and it's an instant point or it's an instant, turnover. And it made me think about basketball for some reason. And I was like, the roller is kind of comparable to, by the way, if I'm talking funny, it's because I burned the inside of my cheek chewing on garlic. So it's kind of stinging right now. Anytime I talk, it kind of stings. I can't really eat like crunchy stuff or anything like that. Anything that's too dry right now until it heals. But yeah, it made me think about basketball, and I feel like the roller is comparable to a full court shot. So a shot from one basket all the way to the other side of the court. That's kind of the comparison that I see a roller. You know what I mean? It's a perfect shot, and if you can just get possession of the ball and just throw it full court and score, you know what I mean? You can't you can't really beat that. And but you don't see many basketball players going for that shot. It's a very high risk, high reward shot, and it's just objectively a challenging shot. You know what I mean? It's just objectively a very challenging shot, And so, same way with a roller. It's just an objectively challenging shot. Could you train that, right? Yes, you could. You got your guys like Steph Curry who practice like basketball shots from all over. He's really good at the half court. Um, I don't. I would assume his full court is pretty good, but it's just a very situational shot. My cat's meowing over there. She's getting comfy. Hey, kitty. It's just a very situational shot. Usually players go for the full court shot when the clock is ticking and they need one more or something like that. Same way I feel like with a roller. Um, it's kind of like a crunch time shot going for a kill that low. Some people hit it by accident. That's a thing, just going for the kill shot. And I think there are a lot more consistent shots, less high risk, high reward shots that you would benefit from training more than the roller. The roller is just it's just a very tricky shot. You know what I mean? It's just a very tricky shot. Now, if you look at guys like Taiwan, guys like Nas, guys like Los, guys like even Timbo, rookie, like at least of the newer generation, these guys have practiced the kill shot, and they can hit very consistent kill shots. Taiwan comes to mind specifically. They can hit very low kill shots, and they can do that because they've practiced that over and over and over and over. You know what I mean? You don't just wake up and you're able to kill the ball. No, you get on the court and you train, you do drills. You uh After the drills, you play actual games and you try to do what you did in the drills in the actual game. You know what I mean? And that's going to come with trial and error. It may not work the first time. You may have to lose. You might lose some games going for these shots that aren't exactly natural to you yet, but you need to get the reps in to be able to perform them. And it's one thing doing something in drills and doing something in an actual game. And that reminds me of the Mike Tyson, Jake Paul fight. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I know people are so passionate about it. Like, the amount of passion behind that fight just reminded me of like the election or something. Like, people are so invested, and I get it. I get it. Mike Tyson is a great fighter. Or he was one of the best fighters to ever do it. But it reminds me of that because, and I didn't see Mike Tyson training. I didn't see it, but I did see the fight. And, people were saying, I heard a couple of people saying like, man, this fight is rigged because Tyson didn't do nothing he did in the training, like in the actual match. And, whether it was rigged or not, me personally, I would say it was probably most definitely rigged at that point. That's just me personally. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think it was rigged. I think a lot of fights are rigged. A lot of sports are rigged. Besides handball. Handball is very, very honest, very genuine. But it made me think about that because, it made me think of it made me kind of question that argument, because I know that what you do in training, what you do during your 2-minute warm-up before your game is not representative of what you're going to do in the game. It can be, but it's not always. And if you've been playing handball for any amount of time, you know this to be true. We all know players who, oh man, my cheek's really bugging me. We all know players who, it's on both sides actually too. We all know players who look phenomenal during warm-up. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes it's me. You know what I mean? Rollers. You know what I'm saying? Perfect lobs. You know what I'm saying? Left hand from the, standing on the left hand to right corner. All types of stuff. All types of, these are, all types of shots that, we see people hit or we hit ourselves. And then during the game, during the game is different. That's, it's a thing that happens. And that's the power of the repetition. The more you go through that cycle of training, getting on the court, practicing, training, getting on the court, implementing, training, getting on the court, and, performing, the more you'll be able to show up more consistently. And so for that reason, I say, if you want to do if a roller is a shot that you really want to dial in and train, you can. There's a lot more low risk, high reward shots that you would benefit from, I think, a lot faster if you would practice those shots. So yeah, see you later. Peace.